Imagine the Naples of today, a chaotic, sun-drenched metropolis of over 900,000. Spaccanapoli winds through Baroque churches and pizza ovens. Mount Vesuvius looms over the bay. The bay is crammed with yachts and ferries, and the air vibrates with scooters, vendors, and Neapolitan chatter. Tourists climb to Castel dell'Ovo, gazing at a city layered in centuries of conquest. Now, strip away the vibrancy. Rewind to the year 800 AD. That same bay shelters Neapolis, a fortified Byzantine duchy huddled within ancient Roman walls. Narrow, shadowed alleys twist between stone basilicas and timber houses. Greek-speaking locals barter in markets, and Saracen raids loom from the sea. Home to perhaps 30,000 souls under Duke Anthimus, this is a stronghold clinging to Eastern Roman authority. Amid Lombard pressures, a port where imperial icons gleam in churches, and the volcano's shadow reminds of eternal peril. This is Naples as a Byzantine bulwark, a city defying isolation to preserve classical heritage. How did it maintain its independence in fractured Italy? What rhythms define life in this resilient enclave? Stay with me as we reconstruct this forgotten Neapolis, stone by stone, revealing a world where East met West on the edge of empire. As the visuals dissolve modern Naples' sprawling neighborhoods into a compact Byzantine map, observe how Neapolis' urban layout in 800 AD preserved its ancient Greek-Roman core, while adapting to defensive needs. Founded as Parthenope around 750 BC by Greek colonists, and refounded as Neapolis in 470 BC, the city spanned about 100 hectares by the Byzantine era, centered on the historic Decumanus and Cardo, forming a grid inherited from Hellenistic planning. This layout featured narrow streets 3–5 meters wide, unpaved and slopped for drainage toward the harbor, often clogged with refuse from overhanging balconies. The walls, originally Roman from the 4th century BC and reinforced under Byzantium, enclosed the perimeter with gates like Porta Nolana and Porta Capuana, spanning 4.5 kilometers, of stone fortifications 8–10 meters high, punctuated by towers for archers. The harbor, protected by the islet of Megaride, served as the economic lifeline, with wooden piers for galleys from Constantinople. Beyond the walls, suburbs like the Vicus Pendulus housed fishermen and farmers, while the Acropolis Hill hosted elite residences. Planning was overseen by the Duke and Hypatoi, focusing on defense amid threats from Lombard Benevento. No aqueducts functioned fully after Roman times. Wells and cisterns supplied water, contributing to sanitation issues. Churches anchored districts. The Cathedral of Santa Restituta stood central. Volcanic tufa cliffs provided natural barriers, but earthquakes necessitated repairs. Unlike today's expansive urban fabric, this layout prioritized containment, with no zoning. Homes adjoined churches and markets. This density fostered resilience, transitioning to the architecture that fortified its spirit. Visuals layer Baroque exuberance with Byzantine austerity. Stone arches frame dim interiors. Tufa walls rise starkly. In 800 AD, Neapolis architecture fused Roman legacy with Eastern Roman influences, emphasizing durability in a seismic zone. Churches exemplified Byzantine style. The Basilica of San Giovanni Maggiore, built in the 8th century, featured a central plan with dome on squinches. Apses decorated with mosaics of gold tesserae depicting Christ Pantocrator. Santa Restituta Cathedral incorporated Roman columns of granite and marble, with brick vaults and frescoes of saints. Ducal residences and castles used defensive designs. Castel dell'Ovo on Megaride Islet was a fortified villa expanded in the 7th century with tufa walls and towers, serving as a stronghold. Common homes were two-story, rubble masonry with timber balconies, roofs tiled in terracotta, often with internal courtyards for light. Materials drew from Campagna, volcanic tufa for walls, pozzolana mortar for earthquakes, bricks from local kilns, imported porphyry and marble reused from Roman sites. Construction, bis incertum for bases, wooden centering for arches. Sanitation, Roman sewers persisted but clogged. Waste pits common. This architecture differed from modern Naples' ornate facades. It symbolized continuity, with over 40 churches by 800. These buildings not only withstood Saracen raids, but structured the society within. Populate the alleys with tunics and cloaks. Denser than earlier centuries but small by imperial standards. Around 800 AD, Neapolis' population is estimated at 25,000 to 35,000. A recovery from 6th century lows. Social classes reflected Byzantine hierarchy in a duchy. Elite, dukes like Stephen II and Hypatoi, Greek-descended aristocrats in stone palaces. Controlling trade. Clergy, bishops like Athanasius II, influential, owning lands. Merchants and artisans, Greco-Roman locals in masonry homes, trading via guilds. Commoners, fishermen, farmers in timber huts. Slaves, minimal, replaced by serfs. Women inherited under Byzantine law. Children educated in Greek schools. Burials show Mediterranean diets. Average lifespan 35 to 45 years. Class-dictated attire. Ethnicity divided, with Greek dominant in administration, shaping daily life. Street stir. Fishers unload catches. Weavers spin. Daily life in 800 AD blended Mediterranean routines with Byzantine piety. Dawn. Prayers at churches. Breakfast bread and olives. Occupations. Shipbuilders crafted galleys in arsenals. Potters fired amphorae. Women baked, marketed. Men farmed terraced hills. Meals. Seafood stew. Wine. Evenings. Lamps lit for family gatherings. Hazards. Vesuvius tremors. Raids. Community. Feasts for San Gennaro. Differed from modern. Faith-centered. Seasonal. Harbors busy. Silk from Byzantium. Trade vital. Per 763 pact with Lombards. Economy. Port-based. Exporting wine, importing grain. Shifts. Independence from Byzantium expanded. Unlike Naples, tourism, economy maritime. Ducal court. Edicts issued. Under Sergius I, duchy autonomous. Structure, hereditary duke. Elected Hypatoi. Consequences, alliances with Arabs against Lombards. Basilicas fill icons venerated. Orthodox Christianity, Greek rites. Bishop central monasteries like San Gregorio Armeno. Influence, social cohesion. Families converse in Greek. Byzantine customs. Norms, hospitality, family honor. Walls manned. Fleets patrol. Defense, Castel dell'Ovo, navy. Warfare, naval against Saracens. Visuals blend, Naples evolved. In 800 AD, Byzantine Neapolis contrasted vibrant today. Norman conquest, Spanish rule. Developments, Baroque rebuilds post-1631 eruption. Perspective, endurance from strongholds teaches heritage's value.